Hey YouTube, this is RobotNuts1 here, and I have got for you today Injustice Gods Among Us, Issue 7. This is by far my most favourite issue for this for this comic book week. This Injustice Gods Among Us is something that continues to really impress me. Just the writing is amazing, and the writing, the art, it's just, this comic is just amazing, and I am really happy with this comic. And I have actually got the first volume of Injustice to review for you all, coming very soon. I have actually written the review for that, and I shall probably be doing the review either tonight or tomorrow. But anyway, Injustice Gods Among Us, Issue 7. We have Billy Baston, aka Shazam, interviewing various people around wherever he's living, because it won't be Metropolis. And he's basically interviewing people about whether they think that what the superheroes are doing is right. And he gets many different variations of the answer. Like, some are actually very scared of actually answering these questions, because they think that the superheroes are watching them. Others really agree with what the superheroes are doing. And there's one who would be considered a minor, and she's an immigrant who actually came from the States, from her home country, to move to the States to avoid all this dictatorship. And it's actually happening on American soil, and she's sort of like despairing because the superheroes are essentially creating the same atmosphere. And I really thought that was interesting, because it's like the general public, perceptions of superheroes beginning a dictatorship. It becomes apparent that Billy is really questioning himself on whether the actions that the superheroes are making are morally right. And it's revealed that the day prior, Billy was faced with a situation that he didn't feel morally comfortable with, and actually had to force Black Adam to utter the words Shazam! And he didn't know whether Black Adam could survive the transformation. And I really liked the psychological aspects of how these choices affect a young boy who has the power of wisdom, but he's still a young boy, you know. A young child should not be expected to make that kind of decision, you know, what is right and what is wrong, you know. Well, children learn that moral code, but he doesn't think he's an age where he can choose whether people should live or die, and whether the actions of these politics are something he can grasp. And it's very interesting to see him rationalize and question the moral ethics of these decisions that he has to make. And it's really interesting how this is slowly affecting Billy's mind. So I really, really liked that. We also have Metropolis receiving a distress call. No. We have a distress call from Metropolis, which has Superman return to the city. And not much is done with that. And I think that's a missed opportunity, because we don't really get into Superman's head about how he feels about returning to that city. And I think that's mainly because of the page restraints. And basically it's revealed that, spoilers by the way, it's basically revealed that Lex Luthor is the one who called the distress signal. My issue really stems from that Lex Luthor doesn't actually act like Lex Luthor. And that is the one complaint, maybe two complaints, that I have for this comic, really. But Lex isn't acting like Lex. Like, this is exactly what Lex Luthor predicted Superman could do, and what Superman always said he would not do. And that is basically the fact that Superman could rule over humanity if he wanted to, and that is what Superman's doing. So wouldn't Lex Luthor be opposed to him? Because in this comic, he acts like they're best friends. And as we don't really get a clear indication as to why that is, I don't know, I just don't get it, and I think that's the only downer to the book. And we also have Batman and his team capturing... Actually, no, scratch that. I'm not going to reveal who they capture. And there's also one final interesting thing about this comic that I just wanted to address, because I want to know what your opinions are. Wonder Woman goes to a place called Madagascar, which is one of the countries, the third world countries, who have children carrying guns and men carrying guns, and it's basically about men having power over women. And in this community, men have the power because they hold the guns. They protect this small community, this community, and they oppress the women there. And basically, Wonder Woman transfers this oppression from male to female. And basically, Wonder Woman leaves. Like, she leaves the women holding the guns. And these women fire these guns. And I found this really interesting because all Wonder Woman did was essentially trading one violent force to another violent force. And in issue 3, in issue 4, Batman talked about justification and how people justify their actions. And these women could justify their actions based on the fact that they were victimized by these men, and now they have the power because they hold the gun. And I'm interested to know if any of you who have read this comic or would like to discuss that, please feel free, because the topic is very interesting. Because transferring one thing to another thing is like, well, isn't Wonder Woman in this position transferring, like, let's say I give you a gun because you were being victimized by, like, for those of you who are female and are my female viewers, if someone gave you a gun and you were being victimized, how many people, like, would you kill another human being because you were victimized by the males in your life? So I'm very interested to see your comments. Other than that, Injustice is a great comic. And if you're not picking it up, pick it up. It's great, it's interesting, and yeah, in all seriousness, pick this comic up. It's well worth a read. That's me done, and I shall see you all later. Bye!